From the pages of Nigeria's top newspapers to your radio.
It's from the Dailies.
Security, health, society. Nothing escapes the spotlight.
This is your head start into Nigeria's biggest stories of the day. From the Dailies, news that talks to you. Only on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos.
From the Dailies on your favorite radio station. Melody 107.7 FM. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. It's a beautiful Tuesday right here in the city of Lagos. And of course, this is your darling station, Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos. You know I would do it here. And of course, we are here to serve you hot and fresh today, the 18th day in the month of August 2026. This is from the Dailies, where we get to bring you stories that has made their ways into Nigeria's authentic newspaper. My name is Oyeyemi Olorunfemi. Roland, good morning.
Good morning. It's nice having you again on this program. It's been a while, but well, thank God you're back on here. We're so glad to have you back. All right, thanks for joining us, our dear listeners out there. Today's edition of the program so promises to be packed as always. Thanks for joining us this morning.
All right, do not forget that you can join us on all our social media platforms, most especially on Facebook at Melody 107.7 FM. I have with me the Vanguard and the Vanguard newspaper, as well as the Nation newspaper.
And I'll be taking you through stories that made it to the pages of the Nigerian Tribune, as well as the Punch newspapers for this morning. And just to let you know, at the right time, we will be turning on the studio lines, turning it open for you to call in to share your thoughts and opinions on any of the stories that will resonate with you in the course of the program. You have ideas you want to share, you want to contribute to any of the stories this morning, we will be opening the studio lines at the right time in the course of the program. Our WhatsApp page is also there for you to drop in your comments for us. The Facebook page is also there as well for you to just watch us live, but you get to drop in your opinions concerning the program for this morning out there.
All like right. We usually say, it's our show, so when the time comes, the number to dial is 090-620-11077 or 0704-800-1077. Those thoughts are meant to be shared. They're not meant to be kept abreast. All right, my van is parked right in front of the Vanguard newspaper for this beautiful Tuesday morning. Food inflation rate rises fifth consecutive month to 20.31%. IBB, IGP, Ike Nwachukwu, Oshoba, Obaigbena, others for Vanguard at 40 book launch tomorrow. Okay, congratulations to Vanguard. 85th birthday, no leader has impacted Nigeria as Babangida. That is credited to our president, Tinubu. 2027, your votes will count, INEC assures Nigerians on page 8. Our 24 firms control over 70% of Nigeria's stock market. The rider, 9 banks, 5 consumer goods, 3 industrial goods firms top list. That's on page 10. And there's a rally credited to Labour here. I say Labour rallies for Adeleke in Oshobo. You have a whole lot of people right there at that rally. Oshu poll, APC claims internal wrangling caused defeat. All right, Army draws battle line with Lakurawa terrorists. That's on page 43. Xenophobia, FG to evacuate 83 Nigerians from South Africa tomorrow. That's on page 5. NBF rejects forcible land allocation for cattle ranching in Middle Belt. On page 9, ASU threatens indefinite strike as 200 Kaduna University lecturers resigns. On page 43. All of these you have on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. What do you think?
I would like to start with the obvious one, which I know you are already laughing. I'm talking about the Osun polls or the APC. They are claiming that internal wrangling cost their defeat. That is quite a kind of I don't really know how to put it, but you have enough time to set your house in order.
And they had enough pleas.
Yes. Now I've listened to different analysts who came out to tell us that the candidates was actually imposed on the people on that particular party. It's not that it is actually the will of the people from the first instance. Now we've also seen. Do you want to tell us that is it just because of their internal wranglings, or the people of Osun State outrightly rejected their party?
I figure that you see, democracy in Nigeria has gotten to a stage where somewhat we can say that the people have a voice. The people know what they want, and they really want to go for what they want, regardless of what you're bringing to the table.
Yes.
So I think that was what played out in Osun. And I must tell you this sincerely, that we're going to have more of this happening in other regions and states of Nigeria.
If they want to tell us that it's internal wranglings, I don't really understand. You guys have internal crisis within your fold, but we saw almost 16 to 17 governors now, of your party coming to, including the Senate president now, coming to try to tilt and support you in your quest to, emerge as
the support.
And you're trying to tell us, if we have internal wranglings, are we going to see the amount of support that your party members, your big wigs, the elites in your party came out, with your glamour and everything to support you? I don't want to think that's the case.
I think it's just the fact that whatever support you like to give as a party member or party chieftain to your candidate, I think at this point it doesn't matter. The voice of the people are beginning to speak. Osun people knew what they want. We knew what we wanted.
If this was coming from the PDP,
we did what we wanted.
If this was coming from the People's Democratic Party, I wouldn't really be surprised, But coming from the party, several times the president has given marching order. Look, you guys should set your house in order, trying to ensure that there is decorum within the party, despite all the hues and cries that follows the primary initially and all that. But it's just what it is.
Anyway, if they say it's internal rancor that caused it, let's take it.
It's only the APC that is complaining. Other parties, other contestants, they come out to congratulate.
As of now.
Well, let's say it pans out because they've threatened. They are contemplating going to court.
That's always politics,
because they are agreed.
We are expecting it.
Yes. Now, this other one that INEC is assuring Nigerians that their votes will count in the 2027 election. It's a good one coming from INEC, for the fact that they were able to conduct.
They just concluded the Osun
election. But some people will tell you that they are not really praising INEC for the conduct of this particular one, because the people actually stood and defended their mandate. So INEC really did not really have.
Well, whichever way we look at it, INEC was at the helm of affairs.
Yes, of course.
INEC was at the helm of making sure things worked, and it did work. So whatever we think, we still give it to INEC, and of course, to whom much is given, much is expected. Yeah. So like Oliver Twist.
Ask for more. All right, now this particular one now, the president greeting the former Nigerian military president, talking about Babangida at 85. He is actually something that's worth celebrating.
I heard from a medium. I heard one of us say that Babangida is the most controversial leader we have ever
undoubtedly
heard.
And still one of the most respected,
honestly.
respected
that's why it's controversial. He is respected, and it's got a lot that people will want to say otherwise. So you see, marrying those two together, Babangida, happy birthday.
Little wonder that there is no time we are going through an election cycle that almost every contestant from any political party go to the hilltop at Mina, because it stays on the hilltop now. That's what they call the president. Hilltop at Mina, Niger State. That's where he's residing right now, to go and pay homage to him specifically.
I think it's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful when you become an elder statesman and people could still refer to you, people could still relate with you, people could still bring one or two to your table, and on a low, underneath, you're solving a whole lot, and people can relate. So it's a beautiful thing for him as an elder statesman in Nigeria.
All right, that is it for the Vanguard for this morning.
Yeah.
All right, let me quickly move on now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for today. Starting with this beautiful stories that made it to the forward page of the paper. Oshunguba, UK raises concerns over vote buying as NBA warns of Beavers challenges ahead of 2027 election. It has the rider, no ghost, hired voters in Oshun election. INEC insists. Adeleke Campaign Council moves to document victims of violence as police warn against forceful takeover of local government secretariats. You can get that on page 3 and 25 of the paper. UK raises concern over vote buying. This is something that was widespread during the election. What do you think, Olorunfemi?
Roland, vote buying is here. And I wouldn't say it's peculiar to a particular party.
Of course.
It's something we see. It's something we feel as the general populace. We are the receiving end. So we're going to be probably doing blasphemy if we say that vote buying is not a thing. This is not even peculiar to Nigeria. Vote buying happens everywhere. So everywhere. Quotes and unquotes.
One way or the other.
It happens one way or the other everywhere. So it's not peculiar to us here. Just that whichever way vote buying comes, it's a cause for alarm. Then it's about the fact that people knowing and searching their conscience. Are we going to allow them buy our vote, or we want a better space for our country in the period of the term that we want whoever to emerge as our leader? So if that happens, I think for 2027, like I said earlier, our people don't wise up.
The fact is that we saw some group of people actually in Osun State, trying to expose this. They went into an apartment where they were sharing this money. They brought out the funds, and I think people actually ran away.
They brought out people.
Yes.
They brought people that were hired, probably that have been paid to do this. They brought them out, and so people looking out for all of that means that people already understand that you see vote buying deal with us. Anyhow you say it, people are still not going to back down. They are still going to do it. And
don't you think this should also translate to the 2027 election? If the people of Osun State and Nigeria generally can emulate, the people of Osun State, I think we will, at the end of the day, get...
We're going to have sanity.
Yeah, not just even sanity. We're going to get a result that people will know that truly reflects the will of the people. Yes. Not just the normal speculative and trying to feel cheated one way or the other that we've been witnessing over time in the country, and allowing the courts to decide. And that's just what I just
anyway, I'm going to bust your bubble. Whichever way it is, we will still have people saying that.
Of course,
they're already
saying it.
Normal thing with politics.
That's why they are considering going to court.
If like some percentage, a higher percentage of Nigerians understand the fact that vote buying is not to be, it's not something you should embrace, then we are going to be able to say considerably that this is the voice of the people.
This also boils down to the leaders. When you are, when you are at the end of affairs and you are trying to seek for election again, just make sure you deliver on your mandate.
Bring your A game.
Bring your A game. Deliver the dividends of democracy to the people. Votes. Don't just rely on vote buying. As a lot of money has come and gone, we had allegations of people spending almost as high as 50,000, 20,000, 10,000 just to get people to,
I look at it from this point of view. If actually what you want to come and do is service to humanity, then why are you spending so much more to get into that position? Now, when you do, how do you regain that
one way or the other? You look for a way to recoup your investment. That's just it. All right, moving on to other stories now from the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. EFCC probes undeclared $73,000, £15,957 intercepted at Kanu Airport. That's on page 16 of the paper. Moving on, customs hand over 399 seized rifles to officers of NSA. To office of NSA. Moving on to other stories now. 22 killed as bandits attacked Sokoto community. That's on page 28 of the paper. It's a rather sad one. I don't think any day goes by without us saying or reading one killing or the other across the country. Yes. Edo Assembly in fresh leadership crisis as Speaker resigns. 2 others removed. That's on page 15 of the paper. Those are the stories you can get now and from the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for today. Well, before you you go on with your own stories, I want to tell our listeners now that our lines are now open for you to call in to share your thoughts and opinion on any of the stories that we've read out to you in the course of the program for this morning. You can call us via 0906 201 1077 0906 201 1077. You can as well call us via 0704 800 1077 0704 800 1077.
All right, it's still from the dailies from Melody 107.7 FM Lagos. Okay, for the state of the nation, Nigeria, I'm right in front of the Nation newspaper, the front page. Inflation declines, food prices fall further. Customs declare war on drug smuggling in Ogun, seizes 32,412 parcels of drug. That's on page 36. Calculated falsehood, despicable campaign of character assassination. Nekonde Nestoil rejoinder to sponsored advertorial of August 17, 2026 that alleged crime-based recoveries. I don't know when this Nekonde and the Nestoil thing will...
It's just two elephants fighting in the house.
APC, NDC, ADC, others get INEX nod for campaigns. Rider, Tinubu Obi Atiku free to canvass for votes. Parties not ready for marathon slump. Why Edo Speaker Agbe Baku was forced to quit. That's on page 35. Osun workers hold victory rally for Adeleke. And of course, you find the insurance recapitalization yields 810 billion naira for sector, page 7. Government warns against health sector corruption. That's on page 6. All of this you can find on the front page of the Nation newspaper for today.
I will be starting my analysis from the front page of the Nation, from the big bold one on that particular paper for today. Talking about the APC, NDC, ADC, others get INEX nod for campaigns. We all know that from tomorrow the campaigns for the 2027 general elections will be kickstarting in full. But the fact is that we, the feelers we are getting from most of these opposition and political parties, even including the APC right now, none of them are really gearing up to start up the full campaign immediately. You know, if you go to those that particular story, most of the APC, the political parties now, they are making us to understand that 5 months of political campaign is actually rigorous. It's not something that it requires funding. As you need to spend money. As you've been on the road, it's very stressful and strenuous.
Before then, Before then,
the fact is that even as at now, none of them have set up any concrete campaign, council structure, yes, to pilot and But I know before that time, as the build up, start getting closer,
they really even still have a lot to mop up as in house.
Yes,
they've got a lot to mop up so that they can come out with one voice and speak.
Now I don't think there's any political party in the country currently right now that is not engulfed in one form of chaos or the other. Yes. So the build up to the general election is still 5-6 months away thereabouts, and let's see what pans out at the end of the day.
Yeah, the inflation declines, saying that food prices fall further.
Are you sure? Okay. Food prices fall further. Each time we come on this program, we see the government rolling out figures, tell us what they are doing to get the
realistically, one way or the other, it might not have affected everything, but some food prices are really down compared to what they used to be. So we hope for more.
Have you been to the market recently? What's the? I thought
you want me to be giving you market situation.
Definitely, it's something we really need to go and do a market survey probably this morning to juxtapose and really find out things for ourselves.
Yeah, we have some of the prices. A staple food like rice, we can tell that the price of rice is a bit lower than what as compared to 60 something that it used to be. It's only 50 something scale right now.
Well, it's a good thing that tomorrow the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Oyeyemi thereabout, I think is his name, coming out to say it's going to be opening the books for us now. They want to see how they've been spending the resources that they have been getting from since the removal of fuel subsidy. So they want to let Nigeria know.
Is a beautiful one.
Yes,
it's a beautiful one.
yes.
I think that was one of the clamors of Nigerians that we're not come more money for subsidy. You just told us subsidy gone.
No, they've been telling us in the same time what they've been doing.
Yes.
But I think now they're trying to go beyond just telling. They want us
put
to
it on the books,
yes,
so that we can actually
scrutinize. So let's just see what's about. But the fact is that all this wants just to see a better economy and life for the people of Nigeria.
We want it to affect everything.
Yes.
We want it to positively affect everything, so that we can actually say that Nigerians are enjoying the dividends
of democracy. All right, that's it for the Nation newspaper as I move in to the Punch newspaper for today. I'm punching it from the Punch newspaper for this morning. We've got this interesting headlines as well. WAEC under fire over 2026 results, alleged grading anomalies. And that's on page 20 of the paper for today. I just hope that is not something that will lead to another controversy in this particular examination body, because virtually every single year, if it's not JAMB, it's WAEC. If it's not WAEC, it's NECO. We get to see one or two issues from this particular.
Everybody will get over it. It's going to be all right.
Pension arrears, ex-soldiers set to protest at Defense Ministry. That's on page 30 of the Punch for today. Terrorist kills 28 in Sokoto communities as Army GOC visits. Okay, Buhari Estate Trail. Amosun hits back at Abiodun. The confrontation, the back and forth between these two leaders. Yes, it's something that I just hope that very soon they should be able to find.
Leaves more to be desired.
Yes, because these are two very important leaders in Ogun State. All right, moving on to other stories now. Insecurity. 31 states spend 252 billion naira on security in 6 months. 252 billion naira in security
Roland,
in 6 months.
Not
billion naira on security alone in just 6 months. This is a very huge amount of resources that's being spent on this particular fight against insecurity in the country. It has the rider. 22 states security bill jumps by 90% as governors tackle insecurity. Spending covers security equipment, personnel, security votes, orders. Experts seek tech deployment. As Kogi Plateau Bauchi spent only 32% of security budget in 6 months. Despite this humongous amount of money
still
that
have
is being
insecurity well around us.
Still feeling the heat.
Talking about the technology thing, it's not a bad idea. The technology developments are tilting towards our security in Nigeria, helping us overcome insecurity. I don't think it's a bad idea. This age that we are, technology cannot be, we can't overemphasize
If the terrorists can be using technology to...
Why can't we?
If I just, was it not just last week, the X account of the defense headquarters was hacked. They were just able to retrieve it just yesterday.
So it's not just about pumping money.
Yes.
It's about pumping money in the right direction. Yeah, just to make sure that we curb insecurity in Nigeria.
NDLEA destroys 301 billion naira drugs, arrest 10 in Edo. That's a good one coming from that agency. Teacher crisis, 32 million Nigerian pupils share 592,077 teachers across the country. You can get that on page 29 of the paper. Oniru Estate, 2 months blockade, leaves Lagos residents stranded. You can get that on page 4 and 5. And lastly, on the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning, Osun LG crisis. Policeman injured as Adeleke chairman sees secretariat. I don't really understand, but well, the police just want that. Look, they want against forceful takeover of this secretariat.
Yes.
Now, let's just see what. I just hope that another crisis will not now start brewing. Yes, because we all know what's been happening with this local government.
In Osun State.
Yes, precisely. All right, with that, we draw the curtain on this morning's edition of From the Dailies, reaching you on your super talent station, Melody 107.7 FM. Tomorrow is another time to catch up in with us on this package of the program. We're sorry we can't take calls anymore. We're already wrapping up the program for today. The program Lawujo will take the airwaves by 8:30. Our Yoruba flagship current affairs program. You won't want to miss this morning. I am Roland Imoyera. Signing off now and saying enjoy the rest of your day.
A very big thank you to everyone who has joined us for this episode of From the Dailies. And you who sent in messages. We're sorry we couldn't take your messages. It's because of our time. My name is Oyeyemi Olorunfemi Abike Sorosoro saying keep it locked in.